There was a period in my trading where I was blowing accounts faster than I could ever get funded. Not one, not two, but multiple accounts gone in a few days or weeks. And it wasn't because my strategy didn't work. It wasn't because the market was impossible. It was because of one single thing. And that one thing is revenge trading. And if you have never been in that situation, it sounds stupid. You hear traders talk about it and you think, just don't do it, right? Just stop. It can't be that hard. But if you have been there, you know exactly what I mean. You know that moment where you're staring at the screen and you know you shouldn't click the button and you still click it anyway. And then you click it again and then the account is gone. You just lost it. Today I want to talk about this properly. No lectures, no fake solutions, just what actually happened to me and what actually pulled me out of it. Let me set the scene. I was passing challenges, getting funded, making some money, then losing it all, then trying again. And every time the way I lost it was the same. Not a strategy problem, not a bad setup. I would take a normal trade. It would stop me out. Totally normal day. Happens to everyone. But something in my head would just flip. I would think, I can't end the day red. Let me get this back quickly. And I would take another trade, a bigger trade, because I needed to make up what I just lost on the account. Sometimes that one worked. Sometimes it made me more desperate. Either way, within 30 minutes, I was trading a completely different strategy than the one I started the day with. Bigger size, worse setups, and even different trading pairs sometimes, like completely emotional. And the worst part is I could see it happening. I could literally watch myself do it and not stop. It's like being a passenger in your own body, and it all comes from the mind. I want to be honest about what this actually feels like, because most videos I see on this topic skip over it. It's not anger. That's the word people use when they want to explain revenge trading, right? Revenge. But it's not really like anger. It's desperation. It's this tight feeling in your chest where you just want the number on the screen to go back to green. That's all you can think about. You can't think about setups or patience or rules. You can only think about the red numbers and how to make it not red anymore. And when you are in that state, every setup looks like an opportunity. Every pullback looks like an entry. Your brain is lying to you. And you know it's lying and you trade anyways because the pain of being down is worse than the logical part of your brain telling you to stop. And that is what got me in trouble. Not a strategy issue, a human being issue. So what did I do about it? Well, honestly, for a long time, I did nothing. I read about it. I knew I shouldn't do it. I would watch videos about it. I would make promises to myself. You know, tomorrow I won't revenge trade. Tomorrow I'll be disciplined. And then guess what? Tomorrow would come and the exact same thing would happen. And that's the part that people don't understand unless they've actually been in it. Knowing is not enough. Understanding the problem is not the solution. You can know you shouldn't revenge trade and still do it every single day. Because in the moment, the feeling is stronger than the knowledge every single time. So what actually changed? I'm going to be straight with you. I just had to lose enough. I had to blow enough accounts, lose enough money, feel enough pain until something in me just broke and I couldn't do it anymore. There was no clever trick, no productivity hack, no mindset shift that happened at a seminar or online video that I watched. I just got tired of that never-ending cycle. Now I will tell you what helped when I was finally ready to change. The first thing was walking away from the computer after a loss. Not for 5 minutes, for the rest of the session or even the day. I know that sounds extreme, but here's what I realized. The urge to revenge trade is biggest in the first 30 to 60 minutes after a loss. That's when your brain is literally screaming at you to fix it. If you can get through that window without clicking the button, the urge actually passes. But you have to physically leave. Not sit there with the chart open. Not watch the market move. Close the trading platform. Get up and go do something else. The second thing was the 2 loss rule that I've talked about before. After 2 losses in a day, I stop. Period. Even if it's 10 a.m., right? Even if the third setup looks perfect. 2 losses and I am done. This rule exists because I know who I am after 2 losses. I am not the same trader. So I just removed that option of trading completely. The third thing is going to sound weird, but it does matter. I've stopped looking at social media and other people trading when I was down on the day. I used to do this back in the days. I would lose a trade, feel frustrated, and then, go online, go on Instagram and see some other trader who was having this big green day. And it would make me feel 10 times worse because now I'm watching someone else make money while I just lost. And that just fuels that revenge trading. You need to be away from trading content entirely when you are in that emotional state. I will also say this. A big part of breaking the cycle was learning that the market is always there tomorrow. The opportunity is literally infinite. There is no setup that I miss today that I can't take next week. There is no trade that is so good that I have to take it when I'm not in the right headspace. Once I actually believed that and not just knew it, the desperation went away. The trades stopped feeling urgent. Now here's what I want you to take from this video. Revenge trading is not a character flaw. It is not because you're undisciplined or weak or don't want it enough. It's a human response to pain. Everyone who has traded seriously has dealt with some version of it. The question is not whether you will feel the urge. You will. The question is, what will you do about it? If you are in that cycle right now, I know how stuck it feels. I know it feels like you'll never figure it out. I know it feels like everyone else has this figured out except you. But they don't. A lot of them are in the same cycle that you are. What breaks it is not more knowledge, not a better strategy, not a new prop firm. What breaks it is a combination of finally being tired enough of the cycle and having rules in place that remove the option when you can't trust yourself. And that's how I got out. Losing enough, then building rules that protected me from myself. Nothing more complicated than that. If you want help building the rules and the structure to actually follow them, I do have a mentorship called the Prop Firm Blueprint. Link is in the description if you want to apply to that. And if you need a good prop firm, then I strongly recommend Hola Prime. You can use the link in the description for that as well. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one.